I think at the time, you understood the words on the paper, you understand what it was about, but actually going back to it, having had, several years of classroom experience, I actually understood it, and I could picture learners in what I was reading, or I could picture, staff in situations. Going back to a lot of that with the classroom experience behind you then does make you kind of read it in a different way and think about it in a different way.
Nobody likes to write the assignments or anything like that, but when I look back at them, you see how far you've come. You see where your reading's fitted in. I can tell where my reading fits into how I am as a leader now. And that's not necessarily the case with other professional learning that I've done.
You were taught quite early on in the modules how to engage with policy documentation that was coming down, and also empowered to question things when you didn't feel confident initially. I think for me, especially coming out of probation and then going straight into this course, you don't feel experienced enough to question anything that's given to you, whereas the course really does empower you to question, why are we implementing this, who does it serve, what is the purpose of this? For my classroom practice, that's been major, as a staff, being able to confidently speak with fellow practitioners about it, and just being able to engage with new policy that's coming to me as a classroom practitioner and question it and understand why I'm implementing it, or even knowing what to do if there's something that I don't necessarily agree with. Having the confidence to question that has been a huge part of my practice.
What the literature that we were engaged in the coursework that we were doing allowed us to do was to kind of marry that, I suppose, to theory in order to kind of understand it from a different perspective. And it gave you that insight into why we do what we do and why we do things the way we do things. And sometimes it raised challenging questions around whether that was the right way to do things and whether there were better ways.